All right, guys, the tools are just the beginning. Now let's apply our learning and understand how these tools all work together. So excited for this. Let's look at the essential ideas for online communicators. So starting with the fact that we work in teams. So it takes an individual and a team and the technology to come together to really improve productivity. So that's what we're looking at today. And communications have really changed dramatically in the past couple of years. The smartphone itself has made instantaneous access to information more commonplace. And small internet connected devices like tablets put instant messaging, voice, video, and data together, allowing us to kind of break the chain and communicate from almost anywhere. So with so many innovations happening simultaneously, this is going to be a clear guide on how to use them. As the culture shifts and our workforce adapts, we're going to be able to deliver more services and be more flexible than ever in the future. So welcome to the modern age. Culture's shifting. There's robots that are walking around doing video conferencing. It's incredible, and we all are part of it today. So the paradigm shift in modern communications, as outlined by Daniel Pink, the author of To Sell is Human, he's uncovered some eye-opening research that can help us better understand this communication transformation happening in the modern workplace. Pink's research shows that on average, 40% of our time is spent on the job trying to persuade, convince, and influence others. This first of its kind research shows that modern workers are being asked to develop skills that cross traditional departmental boundaries to increase productivity. So you can see here, out of 9 people, only one of them is actually designated as a salesperson. But the rest of us are still doing what Daniel Pink calls non-sales selling. We're trying to convince, we're trying to influence others. And many of us are saying it's a very important part of our job. So there's a broad rethinking of sales as we know it to understand this paradigm shift. And it's key to the modern workforce transformation is collaboration between multiple business units. So some of the fastest growing industries are going through this right now. So 40% of our time spent convincing, persuading, and influencing others. It is between multiple business units, both inside and outside our organizations, that collaboration can happen. And 2 of the fastest growing industries, education and medicine, are deeply involved in what we call moving people. It's so important that these industries have actually renamed entire sectors of their organization. In medicine, they call it telehealth. In education, they call it distance learning. And just to give you a couple examples here, according to the American Medical Association, telehealth is the fastest growing area of the healthcare system. In the field of education, the study of online learning consortium published before the COVID-19 outbreak that distance learning has been growing year after year for 16 years. So both of these industries rely on effective communication. And when communication between multiple business units that are not centrally located is essential, online communications becomes the foundation that bridges distributed teams together, whether they are located across the hall or across the globe. These same communications that have allowed education and healthcare to deliver their services remotely to clients over the web are enabling them to find new emerging sectors of their industry, making their organizations more profitable and diversified. And as a result, each of these individuals and industries are responsible for creating thousands of new jobs. Just think of it. Educators from all walks of life are having to reinvent the entire educational process to fit into some form of distance learning using online communication tools. How many more industries will be transformed by online communication technologies? So many. I just wrote a book called The Virtual Ticket that talks about the events industry. It's $1 trillion industry that is being transformed, and they're trying to learn how to better diversify their ticket sales, and they're being forced to postpone events and rethink their market strategies to adapt to the new pandemic. So every industry is becoming part of this new change of online communications. So how can we enhance the way we communicate? with online tools? Well, it's accomplished by applying traditional communication principles. Even though the way humans communicate today is drastically different than the way we communicated just a few years ago, believing in your mission, treating people with respect, and working in harmony with others is still the key to success. Online communication technologies allow you to extend your reach and adhere to these proven principles. For example, if you're a lawyer, you can provide highly customized communication more conveniently over video conferencing. Once you start using it, you're not going to want to go back. You can customize these off-the-shelf cloud-based solutions. You can believe in your mission and bring that mission directly to people all around the world. So you're going to become really popular. It's going to be difficult to go back. And I want to take this idea just a step further. Joseph Pine, we're going to be looking at his book, the author of The Experience Economy. He argues that goods and services are more valued by consumers when businesses design an experience that accompanies the goods and services that they are selling. So the goods and services alone are just commodities. But if we deliver them with an experience that's customized, that can really create the value that consumers are looking for, I challenge you to think about what you sell and the things that you offer, and consider creating an experience around them that delivers it to your customer, redesigning and rethinking your customer experience with communication technologies. We're going to be digging into that more. Plus, you're going to be seeing all of the video conferencing softwares and solutions that we talked about in depth in the next chapters. So don't worry, you're going to get really nitty-gritty with this software and learn how to use it. And then we'll talk about becoming more productive with it all as well. I'm really excited for you guys. This is going to be fun. Let's keep digging in.